Some nights feel different, heavier, quieter, as if the world is holding its breath, waiting for something to go wrong. That was the night everything changed. Jake was exhausted as he pulled into his driveway, rubbing his eyes. It had been a long shift at the diner, and all he wanted was to crash on the couch with a cold beer. But before he could step inside, something caught his eye. A man standing in the middle of the street, perfectly still. It was Mr. Carlson, his elderly neighbor. At first, Jake thought the old man was drunk or confused. He was wearing pajamas, his head tilted down, eyes hidden in shadow. "Mr. Carlson," Jake called out, stepping closer. Then came the sound, a low, wet gurgle. Jake's stomach twisted. It was Mrs. Carlson. Her mouth was smeared with something blackish red. She was breathing heavily, her chest rising and falling in sharp, jerky movements. That's when Mr. Carlson moved. Jake barely dodged as teeth snapped shut where his arm had been seconds ago. The old man wasn't sick. He wasn't confused. He was starving. And then he heard it, the sound of footsteps, dozens of them. Slow, uneven. From the darkened houses, more figures appeared, stepping into the dim glow of the streetlights. Neighbors, families, stumbling forward, eyes blank, faces twisted in hunger. His hands were shaking too much. The keys slipped. He bent down to grab them. Then, the scream of a car engine roaring to life. It was Jake's best friend, Tom. The truck skidded to a stop, the passenger door flying open. "Get in." As they sped away, Jake looked back. His house, his neighborhood, his life, all of it was gone. That was the night the dead came home. And Jake knew the world would never be the same again. Subscribe for daily content.